Welcome back to the Sunday Footy Show. Time to take a look at the game from Friday night, which was quite extraordinary. The prelim between Collingwood and Hawthorn. The Hawks had the Pies on the ropes for much of the night before they found a way in the last quarter to kick 5 goals and get up. An extraordinary performance. Look at the big forwards, the dominance there. Franklin, Cloak, Dawes is what you love in big finals. Mitchell was great as well for the Hawks. And Brownie, let's firstly say hello to Jarryd Blair, who's been good enough to come in. Jarryd, I think you just said to Brownie off air, you've played 30-odd games. This is going to be your third grand final. So It's been an unbelievable performance from you alone.
Yeah, I suppose timing is everything, and I've been pretty lucky to come in over the last 18 months and be a part of the success that the club's had. Yeah.
Well, it was an unbelievable game to watch, Brownie. I'm sure you'd agree.
It certainly was, and there's not many harder men when he played than Mick Malthouse, and he looks like a hard man in the box, but to see him with tears the other night, you would have seen that vision. Must be, he just bleeds for the club.
Yeah, I suppose it shows how much he cares about the club and how much he loves his job, and I think for all the boys to see that and for him to show how much he cares, that they'll take a lot from that come this week.
Brownie, Hawthorn took it up to Collingwood, but you would think Hodge, Mitchell, they would lead the way, but there was a bloke who led the way for Hawthorn, Jordan Lewis, was just phenomenal on Friday night.
His stats has gone up in his final series. He's hard. His hardness in the middle a couple of times. He just went that hard at the footy. He just willed himself on the contest. Jordan Lewis, and he is. He was a part of that deal where they got Franklin, they got Roughhead. Lewis was pick number 7, but he was fantastic. That's the first goal. I want to talk to you about Hawthorn's pressure. They put a lot of pressure on you early. I've never seen Collingwood this year fumble the way he did in that first quarter. Look a little bit jittery, but it was just through relentless Hawthorn pressure. Yeah, they come out firing, as you'd expect any side in a prelim final, and I suppose it might have rattled the boys a little bit in that first half, and all credit to Hawthorn, that they were phenomenal and they caused those turnovers and errors that we made.
Jarryd, did they play the game, keeping the ball in very tight, never releasing it long? Did they play the game you expected them to?
Yeah, well, we knew that they were, like to hang on to the footy, and they're a pretty skillful side, so it wasn't something that we were surprised by, and I think it sort of worked pretty well for them to hang on to the footy.
Because you choked them last time and had an easy win against them on the scoreboard, knowing the game they were going to bring to you, and they actually kept it closer in by hand this time as well as foot. And I thought you guys would have a fix on it, but they still were able to head you by three-quarter time.
Yeah, they I suppose the intensity went up from last time, and they were obviously a lot better, and hanging on to that footy really worked for them, man.
Obviously, you're down by a fair bit at three-quarter time. We spoke to Heath Shaw after the game on Triple M Footy, and we asked him what Mick Malthouse said, or what the coach, what the captain Nick Maxwell said, and he said he wasn't listening, he didn't know. Well, what was the message at three-quarter time going into the last quarter? Because at one stage, for most of the game, they had a spare man in defence, and so did you. Gibbo was spare, Schoenmakers was spare, Murphy. At your end, Maxwell was spare. At the start of the last quarter, it was 6-on-6 at both ends, and all of a sudden the game opened up. They didn't have that third man in. What was the message going into that last quarter?
Mick sort of just said, it's only 3 goals, and throughout the year we've been able to score fairly heavily when we get a run on, and he said, keep plugging away and hopefully things will turn our way, and we were lucky enough that it did.
It's amazing, wasn't it, in the last quarter, every possession, and I mean every possession counted. Didak comes on, he's got fresh legs, he ran away from Luke Hodge to receive the ball on the wing, kicks it to Cloak, who then the next possession after that is a goal. That possession was invaluable for fresh legs on the ground.
Yeah, the intensity of the game too, there's always going to be tired blokes, and to have Alan come on and have an impact like he did was really positive.
And winning the stoppages, certainly late in the third quarter and then in the last quarter, just won all the stoppages, and that's really important.
Yeah, Mick spoke after the game, he said, games like that, you look to your leaders, and it was blokes like Swanee and Boy that really stepped up and got us over the line.
Larry, Chris Tarrant, he's been such a good player for you since he's come into the side, and he's been around a long time. What's his stature like around the club? Is he a leader amongst the players? He's very quiet, great bloke, we all know, but what's he like around the footy club?
Yeah, he's a pretty quiet sort of bloke, and he's been pretty unassuming about the way he's gone about his business this year. He hasn't been in the media a lot and that sort of stuff, and he's the sort of bloke that you'd want to win a flag for. He's come back after being away for a few years and just done everything right. So he's the sort of bloke you look to this week and really want to get up for.
What about this, Brownie?
This is one of the great goals. You think about Peter Dacos in that final against West Coast. That was under pressure. To get Tarrant off him, running away to the boundary, just an amazing athlete, Buddy Franklin. I want to talk about Daisy Thomas. He came back after 2 weeks off. Didn't have a great one last week, and then he wasn't great the other night. But 9 tackles, he was pretty special.
Yeah, he was good. Obviously you have your nights where you win the footy, and sometimes you you just can't get your hands on it, and you just got to control the things you can control, and he did that and put the pressure on, and he's told Bucks he's not playing next year. He's going to run the 100-metre sprint with you, son.
And Luke Ball, Brownie, just 2 weeks in a row, kick goals to get him through.
Amazing Luke Ball. For St Kilda to let him go and for him to be playing another grand final, he's a good person, he's a good club person, and to see him kick that left foot snap, he was very happy. I want to talk about late in the game. Cyril Rioli gets the ball, and I was at the ground, you were at the ground. A lot of people would probably think, why did he stop? He's so quick, he's so fast. Why did he stop when he had the ball? We're going to play the last little bit where Daisy Thomas runs him down. Now, have a look at all the space up the back. When he gets the ball here, he looks up and he's actually got nobody to go to.
Yep.
Because all the Hawthorn players have come up the field. They needed one player back. This game is still alive. There's a minute and 50 seconds to go. He gets the ball just about here. The handball comes out right now. He's looking up, who do I kick it to? Who do I kick it to? He's got no one. There's Buddy Franklin. He's doing the team thing. He's pushing up as the team rules specify him to do that. But I reckon late in the game, 44 seconds to go, Cyril Rioli needs someone one-on-one just to kick it to. Buddy Franklin's a perfect man one-on-one. And as we see, he looks, he's got no one to give it to, and he gets run down. You don't see Cyril getting run down from behind. It was only because he didn't have anybody to kick it to.
Well, the mantra was, don't release the ball long for the whole night, because, as Jarryd, you'd be well aware, Harry O'Brien and Leon, they love having their one extra, giving the ball out to Harry will balk an opponent, give it to Leon, he uses his foot skills. That's the mantra they've gone in. So he's thinking, don't release long to space because it'll come back with interest. Gave him he let them put the crosshairs on him and they ran him down.
Vote, Nath?
Yeah, I thought Travis Cloke was best man on the ground, along with Dane Swan and Jordan Lewis, as we spoke about. He was hard. Sam Mitchell was really good again inside. Kicked the goal when it mattered in the last quarter, the third quarter. But they were the 4 standout players for me on the ground.
Jarryd, great to see you, mate, and good luck. I hope you have a really good week and a great day on Saturday. Jarryd Blair, great to see him. Great to see Collingwood in a grand final. We're going to